Hi there, my name is Wendy. I am so excited that you're here with me today. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I am here to show you how to use the layering alphabet dies. Now we're going to make an adorable Easter card with this today, but these dies are phenomenal. They're awesome because you can use any letters you want to write any word you want, and the end result of the card is just fantastic. It is a little labor intensive and you do need to make sure you have a big shot in order to cut it, and it always helps to have a few different colors of cardstock. So come with me to my stamp table, we'll make this card and you'll see how awesome and phenomenal it is when you're all done. If you need any of the products that I used today, I would love it if you would shop with me. You can shop in the link at in the description below the video. There's a link there for all the products I use. There's also a link to my blog post so you can see more photos there. Thanks so much for tuning in, and let's go to my stamp table. Okay, we are going to head to my stamp desk to do this layering alpha card. It is so cute. It does take some patience, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's totally worth the end result. So if you cut your cardstock pieces at 2.5 by 4 and then you line up the edge of this framelit with the edge of the cardstock like I am, and you've got to make sure it's even. So you see where those two little dashes are? I try to make sure those are evenly spaced away from the cardstock. Then I'm going to slip the piece down into whatever letter I want to cut. It slips into the frame and then I cut it, and that's it. That's how easy it is. So once you cut it, you end up with your piece left over. Now there's lots of things that you can do. We have an outline stamp set where you could stamp the outline of the letter, and then you can actually just use your paper snips to cut the letter off, and you could have individual letters, or you can leave them on their piece like this. You can also cut the pieces of cardstock longer so that they layer and you don't have to trim them like I'm going to do. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. So I have all my pieces for the word Easter cut here, and I'm going to I almost said heat emboss, dry emboss. I dry emboss this piece of cardstock, and it's going to end up getting cut down quite a bit. I didn't really need to dry emboss this huge piece, but I will tell you, I'll just use what's left over later. So that's the benefit of that. Let's see, what else was I going to tell you? I just lost my train of thought. Good Lord, I'm so tired right now. Okay, so I've got this piece and I'm going to layer all the letters on top of it, and then I'm going to have to trim away the sides of it, and you'll see what I mean here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. While we do that, let's have a little bit of story time. Okay, so last week, my goal, and I totally screw this up from the very beginning, so don't do what I do what I say. When you're lining these up, you should do it on a line and not just freehand it like I did, because you're going to see that this is why I end up having to cut the letters down, but I'll show you at the end. Okay, so last week I knew that spring break was coming this week, and so I worked so hard to try to get a bunch of stuff done before spring break so that I wouldn't have to work during spring break. Because, well, I knew I would have to work Monday and Tuesday of spring break, which would have been Monday and Tuesday this week. But I wanted to try to not have to work all week long, because I didn't want to constantly tell my daughter, I have to work, I have to work, I have to work. This is one of the most difficult things about running a stay-at-home business, is that when your child does not have school and is not out of the house, you have to do something with them, meaning they either have to be in daycare or you have to have them home with you. And I only have one child, so she doesn't have a sibling to play with, and I'm all for having cousins over and stuff, but that doesn't always go well either. If it's like it just depends on the kind of mood they're in. Like sometimes it's great and they just go do their own thing and I'm able to work and get stuff done. And then other times it's like every 5 minutes, can we do this? Can we do that? We need a snack. We need this. We need that. It's exhausting, people. It's exhausting. So, the bottom line is that my goal is to always try to balance home life and work life well. And sometimes that balance means I have to work really, really hard a couple days, and then I can take the rest of the week and have family playtime. Sometimes that balance means I can work a couple hours each day and the rest of the day is family playtime. But I have my retreat to go to get out this week. I have, videos to make for you guys. I'm trying to make 3 videos a week right now, which is, I must be insane. And all of that is in an effort now, so you can see how crooked this is here. Do you see how the letters taper at like a slope? So as I'm putting it on, I'm like, oh crap, what am I going to do? So I'm making some decisions. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to line the back one up, and then I'm going to trim off the excess. The goal was not to trim anything off. I wanted these to line up edge to edge like this. But then I do that and I'm like, I don't like it. So then I end up cutting the whole thing down. So, all of this is just a learning lesson, and I almost trashed the whole video, but I was like, no, I'm going to show it because it's a great tool for showing how you can fix something even when you're like, this isn't working. So I couldn't stand the top edge not touching the edge of the cardstock and the bottom edge touching it. So I'm fiddling around here because I'm like, what am I going to do about this? What am I going to do about this? So anyway, today I'm up at 5 a.m. and I'm recording this video on Wednesday morning for Friday because 2 things. 1, my power is going to be out at 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning. And 2, I didn't get this recorded when I was supposed to. Now look how cute that is. Now it's still off kilter, but it's livable, right? I can live with it. And 3, today is the day I've promised my daughter we are going to spend the whole day together and I'm not going to work. So that's why I might sound a little groggy and gross this morning. I don't know. But I did not get this video voiceovered in time. So I'm doing it at 5 a.m. on Wednesday morning so that you will have it on Friday when it goes live. And yeah, our power is going to be turned off at 9 a.m. because I didn't pay the bill. No, I'm just kidding. It's because we have new neighbors building a house next door and they need to replace 2 power poles. And so they're going to turn the power off at 9 a.m. for like our whole block because they're going to replace the power. So that's it. It's exciting. Okay, if you want to shop with me, shop at shoploveandstampin.com. If you want to watch other videos, click on either one that you see here. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, which I would love, click my face. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.